The Southern Baptist Convention is the largest Protestant denomination. As you have heard, we have about 16.3 million members in 44,000 local churches in 95% of the counties of the United States. Half of all of our growth in the last 2 decades has been ethnic. For instance, in 1995, when we issued an apology for our racial past, we had 336,000 African American Southern Baptists. Through 2008, which was the last year we have the figures tabulated for, we have 997,000 African American Southern Baptists, which is a 137% increase in 13 years, which shows that it's never too late to say you're sorry if you mean it. And we now are a denomination that is 21% ethnic in our makeup. We are very much involved in this. I've had some reporters call me and say, you know, we like your position, or we think your position's very progressive, but the majority of Southern Baptists don't agree with you. Well, I would say that I know more about Southern Baptists than you do. And in 2006, the Southern Baptist Convention passed a resolution which called for comprehensive immigration reform and called for a pathway to legal status. It was overwhelmingly adopted by the convention. It has been a focus for the Ethics and Religious Liberty Commission for almost a decade now, calling for comprehensive immigration reform. And I would remind people that in the last time this became a big issue on Capitol Hill, when under Senator McCain, the opposition to comprehensive immigration did not primarily come from evangelicals. It came from other parts of the conservative coalition, not from evangelicals. I believe this is a crisis because I believe that the failure to resolve this issue is rending the social fabric of the nation. It is fanning the flames of hostility and animosity and distrust between various elements in our society, and it is time for our representatives in Congress and for our president to put aside partisanship, to put aside narrow political interests, and to do what is best for the country. And what is best for the country is a just and compassionate immigration policy that secures the borders. We have to secure the borders first. Now, I believe this can be done in one piece of legislation, a piece of legislation that would secure the borders and lay out agreed upon metrics that have to be met for securing the border. And when those are met, then we move forward with a period of grace where people can come forward and register and begin a pathway toward earned legal status or citizenship. Citizenship for those who want it and who qualify. Legal status for those who are guest workers. Research shows that approximately 30% of the people who are here illegally don't want to become citizens. They want to have guest worker status where they can work here, pass through the border, back and forth across the border with legal status, and then when they have accumulated the money they feel they need, then go back to their country of origin. This is an issue that if we do not grab hold of it quickly, will be seized upon by those who would sow seeds of division in our society. One part of securing the border, I believe, is a biometric, tamper-proof Social Security card. Now, I believe the American people can be led to accept a Social Security card that is biometric and tamper-proof. Not a national identity card. That's a step that just smells too much like Big Brother. But we have Social Security. I had to show a Social Security card to be a guest professor at Southwestern Baptist Theological Seminary, where my best friend is the president. I still had to show him my Social Security card and one other proof of citizenship. If you had a biometric, tamper-proof Social Security card that every legal worker had to have, citizen or not, then if people managed to get across the border illegally, they wouldn't be able to work because the employers would have sufficient sanctions in place. If you hire someone to work for you who doesn't have one of these cards, you're going to be significantly fined, and if you keep doing it, you're going to end up in jail. I believe that that illegal immigration and the failure to resolve it is suppressing wages at the lower end of the wage spectrum, and that wages would rise for all Americans if we had a legal status for everyone. And I believe that that benefits the society as a whole. These are the people that are at the lower end of the economic margins. This is an issue that can be resolved. This is not nuclear physics. This just takes national will and an insistence that our representatives and our senators and our president do what is in the best interest of the nation. Winston Churchill once said, politicians are focused on the next election. Statesmen are focused on the next generation. We need to have more statesmen take the lead, and we will help support this legislation and get it through.